What's up, guys? D-Rock1992 here. For this next video and for my next movie review, I am going to be reviewing the third XXX movie in the series of XXX films that came out just this year, back in January, and that is XXX Return of Xander Cage. And from that title, it is indeed the return of Xander Cage, played by Vin Diesel, who played Xander Cage in 2002. So Vin Diesel returns to the franchise, and this time he's got a new group of people around him, basically, than what he had in the first movie. One thing that doesn't change is that Sam Jackson reprises his role from the two XXX movies before this one. So Sam Jackson is definitely in this movie for sure. Not as much, and I will say this, not as much as he was in the first two movies, not as much scene time, movie time for him, but still he is in XXX, The Return of Xander Cage. So, in this movie, Xander Cage has to come out of retirement, comes out of self-imposed exile, and he rejoins the XXX program, and he has got to retrieve this device called Pandora's Box, it's a device that's capable of controlling satellites to crash at specific locations as warheads. A very dangerous device, a very dangerous tool. And yes, and Xander Cage has to, with his own team, has to try to stop it. Stop it from getting into the wrong hands. So, you have Vin Diesel as the main character. You have Donnie Yen, who is a martial arts expert and a Chinese actor. He plays one of the antagonists of the film, who goes through a good little transformation with his character. But anyway, he starts out as an antagonist and all that, and he is billed as the antagonist of this movie. So he plays a guy who wants to destroy the Pandora's Box, who wants to retrieve it. He wants to retrieve it for himself. The main love interest of Xander Cage is played by Deepika Padukone, and I'm probably butchered her name, but she is. I can tell she's a Indian, an actress from India, for sure. And also you have Ruby Rose as a member of Xander Cage's team. You have Nina Dobrev as another member of Xander Cage's team. And then you also have Toni Collette, who plays CIA agent Jane Mark, who is a kind of a mysterious character in a way. And then you also have an appearance in two scenes from Ice Cube, who played Darius Stone / XXX in XXX State of the Union. So Ice Cube comes back to this film. So, overall, I really enjoyed this film. I think XXX Return of Xander Cage is the best of the series. I really do. Even better than State of the Union. So, I really like the team dynamic in this film. Vin Diesel's got his own team, and they're not as iconic as the Fast and Furious team that Dominic Toretto has. Vin Diesel's character, Dominic Toretto. If I had to compare both teams, I'd say that Fast and Furious team is better. But I did like this XXX team that came out, that XXX had as his team, for his teammates. So, you know, they did a good team dynamic, um, and some good performances and all that, and a good performance from Toni Collette. She did a pretty good job in this film, for sure. And Sam Jackson did. Vin Diesel, I think he did a better job in this movie than he did in the first XXX film. So there's that. And then Ice Cube comes in and does a good job in only 2 scenes. So there you go. But overall, again with this XXX film, like the first 2 films, you have to suspend your disbelief. And to do that, you've got to shut your brain off. This is a very action-oriented film, like the first 2 films were, which is enhanced because of the chemistry and the team aspect of this movie, for sure. And it's because of the team aspect and because of the success of the first XXX film, that of XXX Return of Xander Cage, that I know we're going to get more movies. I know there's going to be a 4th one on the way. It's inevitable. I really do think that, because it made a lot of money at the box office. Didn't get the greatest of critical reviews, but doesn't matter for this type of movie. It brought in the money. So it's going to get a sequel for sure. They're going to get another movie out of this XXX franchise. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy the movie. There was some clunky dialogue, to be sure. Very, very cheesy dialogue that wasn't very good. But then again, there were some good performances in this film. Vin Diesel makes a good action star, so... And it's one of those movies that's a good cable watch. That's a good watch in general for action junkie fans, for sure. So, yeah, that is it for my review on XXX Return of Xander Cage. D-Rock 1992, out.